Hey guys, welcome back. So last week, the Equality Act passed in the House of Representatives here in the United States. And to celebrate, I just wanted to do something super fun and easy and yummy and delicious. So we're gonna do a little bit of chaotic baking with me, making this wonderful looking lemon loaf cake, rainbow lemon cake. So let's go ahead and get on into it. So, a couple years ago, Ryan got me this really cute recipe holder, a little vintage holder. It actually has a bunch of little vintage recipes in it that I've tried a couple times. They're really good. And then I have my own recipes that I add to it as well. That's my lemon loaf cake recipe. So right here, I'm adding my half a cup of butter that was room temp, and then my full cup of granulated sugar, and then I just cream those two together, which is basically just mushing and stirring the butter into the sugar until it runs nice and smooth. I usually would do this in my stand mixer, but my stand mixer is like a 6-quart one, and this is such a small batch that just doing it by hand makes more sense. And then I added a 1/3 cup of room temperature half and half. The recipe calls for milk, but I always have half and half on hand, so I just used that and it turned out fine. From here, I added my lemon juice, which I know using real lemons would have been much tastier, blah, 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 whatever. I had this on hand. This was all happening last minute and I was very excited about it, so I just wanted to make it. And then the recipe actually calls for a tablespoon of lemon zest, but since I didn't have any fresh lemons, I added 6 tablespoons of lemon juice to make up for the zest, so it was nice and tangy. The recipe didn't call for vanilla, but I went ahead and added it anyway, just to give it a little hint of sweetness because there was all that lemon juice in it. And then at this point was when I realized I had forgotten to write down that I needed to add 2 eggs to the recipe, so I added those a little bit late. I would have preferred to add those before the lemon juice. Anyway, and then I sifted in my 1 1/3 cups of flour and 1 tablespoon of baking powder. And then I just mixed that all by hand until it ran nice and smooth. And then I went ahead and split the batter into 6 little sections, I guess, 6 splits of the batter, which ended up being about a half a cup each, and then adding some gel food coloring, which gave it a nice bright color. And I added this parchment paper to the pan just so that it wouldn't stick, and it would hopefully give a nice bright edge to the cake, which is what I'm really hoping for. Well, one of the reasons I was so excited and decided to make this cake tonight was recently Ryan and I have been volunteering at the local Equality Center, and it's just super awesome to see the LGBTQ plus community come together and do so much for their community. Or for our community, because it's right here in town, and Ryan and I are also a part of the LGBTQ plus community, and it's just so nice to have a place where we can go and volunteer and help our local community as well as be a part of a bigger community. And it's just been a fun, really fun experience doing this and being a part of something. And I got a text message from the director, talking about this bill that was going to be passed in the House, and we were all, anxiously waiting to hear what was going to happen with it, and now we're all anxiously awaiting to see if it passes in the Senate, which, would be absolutely amazing. But anyway, so that's why I was super excited about making this. I just got inspired, and a lemon cake is such an easy, fun, quick thing to make, and it just seemed like such a fun way to express how we were feeling and how I was feeling that day. So anyway, I did all 6 of the traditional rainbow flag, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. And purple didn't come out as bright as everything else, but it's food coloring and I added way too much blue. Next time I know better. Anyway, I made sure to put all the colors in right towards the middle and then spread out towards the edges so I could get that pretty rainbow effect along the edges of the batter. And once that was all done, I put that in the oven at 320 degrees for about 50 minutes to begin with. I felt like it wasn't done all the way through, so I put it in for another 10 minutes and then I let it cool in the oven. I should have just turned off the oven at the 50-minute mark and let it cool in the oven, because it would have continued to cook just a little bit because it came out just a tad too dry, even with all that liquid that was in there. And then I went ahead and made a lemon icing, and it was super sweet and delicious, and just went ahead and adding a little bit more sugar there, make it nice and thick, to drizzle over the top of the cake. As you can see me doing here, and just really getting that all in there in those little crevices and making it nice and thick so that it just flowed over the edges nice and easy but didn't go too far. So I am actually super proud of this cake. I think it came out absolutely beautifully. You'll see this beautiful cross section that I do. I'm so excited. It is so pretty. It's so bright. Like, I don't even think the camera does it justice here. It was such a bright color, super fun. It just made my entire night even better, even after hearing that the House had passed the bill. And again, we're still waiting on the Senate, but you know, we have very high hopes that it will pass and it'll be great for our community. So there's my beautiful lemon rainbow cake, and now it is time to actually try it and see if it tastes any good. Honestly, I feel like a lot of my cooking is very chaotic, and so we'll just start calling these cooking segments like Chaotic Cooking with Brittnie. I think that works. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. And here is my beautiful rainbow cake. I think it turned out absolutely beautiful, and I'm so proud of it, and I'm so proud of our whole community. And if you guys like this type of stuff, make sure you like and subscribe. Bye!